Hello, I'm Xenoblade Hero and welcome to another Battle Spot video. Today the servers were down. It's Tuesday at the moment, but probably won't be when you're watching this. So I had to go on the free battle ladder, and thankfully I actually went up against someone who didn't have an entire team of legendaries. For once he was using some interesting Pokemon, as you can see from the lineup here. And without further ado, let's play and show you how this battle fares. Now you could see Pinsir, and I knew from the start that it was going to be Megaed in some form, so I adjusted my lead to accompany this, and I sent out Aerodactyl first with the Mawile for some Intimidate. Now this guy sends out Hitmontop and Pinsir, and I'm thinking, right, he's going to fake out with that thing, and I assume that that fake out's going to be coming towards Aerodactyl. And he gets off the Intimidate, of course, which weakens my Mawile, and to be honest, I need to switch him out at this stage to make him have enough offensive presence on both of them. So I decided to do here a switch, and then planning a switch back on the next turn, so then I can come back and do another Intimidate on them. Whereas Aerodactyl I'm going to preserve, because it's got a Focus Sash, I don't want to waste it, and I assumed that the Fake Out was going to hit it, but no, his Fake Out went for the Rotom, surprisingly. Would be Mawile. And he sets up a Swords Dance, which makes me very glad that I started intimidating and going with this Intimidate tactic. So I send out Mawile in the next turn to try and put some more pressure on them. And as well as that, I'm afraid to set up a Tailwind this turn, and I'll outspeed both of these, including Pinsir's Mega Revolve form. But no, regardless, Pinsir Mega Revolves, and it's going to go for the... Oh, what's it go for? Alright. Oh, I go for the Tailwind and set that up first. And what's Pinsir going to do on more? I assume the Mawile. Okay, he does a close combat, which was obviously planned to go on to Rotom, but it does a lot of damage because you've got to remember that's still neutral, and Mega Pinsir has a very high attack stat. I think it's like 150, 160, and Hitmontop goes for the close combat, and somehow Mawile just takes that. Thankfully the Intimidate's paid off and made him survive, so the next turn I protect. And I'm not sure about this play, but Hitmontop goes for the Quick Guard. Possibly presumes that I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch on Pinsir, but I have no need, because Rock Slide this turn will definitely KO that Pinsir, and even manages to dent Hitmontop a little bit, because if it was weakened by close combat itself. But anyway, Pinsir's down, and that leaves me 4-3 up. Rotom sent out here, and I send out the Aerodactyl, and looking back, I definitely should have play roughed the Rotom. But here I wanted to get Hitmontop out of the way, and I wanted to abuse the Tailwind turns. But he switches out, which is a good play on his part, into Gengar. Now, a close combat straight into the Gengar. I mean, not close combat, play rough, sorry, I'm getting confused by the previous turn. I play rough into the Gengar, as you'll see in a minute. I switched out my Hydreigon, because I didn't want to get hit by Rotom's Thunderbolt this turn. But no, he goes for the Will-O-Wisp. I'm surprised he didn't just go for the Thunderbolt and immediately KO the Mawile. But as you'll see in a minute, that wasn't the case. It wasn't packing Thunderbolt at all. Now he switches out Gengar, possibly because, similar to me, he wanted to intimidate the Mawile itself. And also he gets another Fake Out, which puts a lot of pressure on me at this time. That was incredibly good play. He protects here, which actually leaves me Sucker Punching, because I wanted to Sucker Punch the Gengar to ensure the KO. But I go for the Draco Meteor, and that's obviously protected. So yeah, now my Mawile's fainted, and this turn, Hitmontop can feel free to fake out one of my Pokemon, which puts me in a risky situation all of a sudden. Momentum's definitely on his side of the field. He close combats the Rotom instead of going for the fake out, which was a surprising play. As now my Hydreigon, which is Life Orb, is going to go for the Draco Meteor, and that's inevitably going to KO it because its attack's going to be lowered by, not attacks, its defenses are going to be lowered by close combat, and that leaves my the opposing Rotom to attack, and it goes for the Thunder, which I'm really surprised at, because Thunderbolt has a lot more accuracy and is a lot more common, but he got the critical hit here. I'm not sure if that actually mattered, of course, because Thunder has such high base power compared to Thunderbolt. But now he switches out the Gengar, and I switch out the Aerodactyl, and perhaps I'm being a bit greedy here, but I thought, right, I can weaken that Rotom a little bit. I can protect with the Aerodactyl, because that Gengar is going to protect. It's not going to want to take a Rock Slide. But somehow he goes for the Dazzling Gleam, and that is a very surprising play, but Man, he timed that well. And I Dark Pulse the Rotom. I only thought the Rotom would have been attacking. And I thought he would have just made the Rotom go for the Thunder or Hydro Pump on my Aerodactyl. But he doesn't. He goes for that, but of course I've protected, so that's fine. Now I Rock Slide, and that's obviously going to KO the Gengar, but I'm going to need some serious luck to get past this Rotom, and it's so close. Somehow I missed that Thunder, and man, this is just so close, this scenario. I literally have to rely on a flinch or a critical hit here, and somehow I got both of them at the same time. Call me jammy, but yeah, somehow I managed to get past that and win. My opponent played very well, so well done to him for playing so well, and I hope you all enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed playing that match. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.